I'm Anne Ogden-Gaffney and welcome to Anne's Digital Kitchen on the Cook for Your Life YouTube channel. So today we're going to be making something that I really love to make as the summer goes along. It's a potato and pepper stew. Now this came about because I was a member of a CSA for many years, and a CSA is actually community supported agriculture, and that's where you get a box of vegetables from the farmer. And one summer there was a lot of bad weather on the East Coast, and for a long time all I got were potatoes and peppers. And after a certain point I wondered, what am I going to do with this? And so this is how potato pepper stew came up. It's really pretty simple. It's potatoes and peppers. Anyway, so let me just run through what's actually in it, what makes it so good. Some sliced onions, some thinly sliced peppers, and some chopped tomato. You can use canned tomatoes for this too if you want. You need like a 14-ounce can, but these are kind of big beefsteaky tomatoes, so this is about a pound almost. So what we have here is some sliced garlic, some fennel, whole fennel seed. Now whole fennel seed is a fabulously aromatic spice that's really great in many things, but this gives it a really special taste. Lemon, because we're going to be putting in some lemon zest, lemon juice, and of course potatoes. So I'll just show you how to cut the I like to cut the peppers. Now first of all, I always take out the core. Right, this way I can get out pretty much all of the seeds. Well, there's a few floating in there. So I'm going to just cut out the pith. Because the pith inside these can be a bit bitter. You can use any peppers for these. By the way, you can use yellow peppers, green peppers. I mean, essentially, they're all the same. They're just different ripenesses. Okay, so I'm going to cut it into strips. Now we're going to be using the whole lemon zest as well as the juice. So let's go to the stove. The thing that I'm going to be doing in here is putting in the olive oil. I'm going to put in the fennel seeds and the garlic. I'm just going to put a bit of garlic in there just so we can see how quickly it goes. Once that starts to do a little, I'm going to put in the fennel seeds. Now putting the whole fennel seeds in at this point, we'll infuse the fennel into the oil, and I'm also going to put in the garlic. Because really what we're doing here is building up a flavor base of fennel and garlic. The smaller pieces are starting, and you can see with the smaller bits are cooking quicker. That's one of the reasons you need to slice it and not mince it when you're cooking garlic this way. It burns it otherwise. I'm going to put in the onion. Sprinkle a bit of salt onto that. And I'm also going to put in the lemon zest. I was going to put it directly into there. Lemon zest is great because it adds lemony flavor that you can put in right now. This is going to go into the oil as well. The onions have softened. I'm going to put in the peppers. And partially cover it. And this is going to cook now for about 8 minutes. Okay, so now that took a bit longer than I said it would. Now I'm going to turn the heat up. Right now it's on pretty low to medium high again. Now there's a reason for that. I'm going to start adding in some lemon juice now to do what we call, when you cook with wine, it's called deglazing the pan. But you can see, look at the color of the oil in there now. It's so flavorful. So let's get this, make sure this is really hot. Okay. That's the juice of one big fat lemon. Now, you can use canned tomatoes for this. A 14-ounce can will do just fine. Of diced tomatoes, that is. I always use diced for things like this because it's easier than messing around cutting them. But you also want to make sure that they haven't got any extra herbs or flavoring in them, because you don't need it for this. Okay, and also some of those ones that have flavor have extra salt that you don't want. So what I'm really looking for is for the lemon juice to start getting thick and syrupy looking, which it kind of is right now. Okay, now I'm going to put these in. Now these are, if you wanted to, these are a little bit pale, these tomatoes. If you wanted to, you could put in like a tablespoon of tomato concentrate. Just stir that in before you add the tomatoes, just to give them more oomph. But these would be pretty good. And I'm going to put another bit of salt on there. We're not going to be putting any stock in here, just water actually. So, once the tomatoes start to soften a little bit, actually we don't really need to wait for that. I'm going to put in the potatoes. It's about a pound of potatoes here. That's about the right ratio of pepper to everything and potato to everything else. So I'm going to put in about a cup of water. I'm going to cover it and turn the heat down to medium. And that's it. As soon as potatoes are tender, it's cooked. Cooking now for about 25 minutes or so. Let's see how it's come up. Oh, look at that. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Now, you can have this just on its own with some grains, some rice, or a nice piece of bread. But this, I'm going to show you something I like to do with this, which is a little bit like North African shakshuka. But it's really very easy. Also, you can always cook this down a little bit if you want to have a little bit less liquid, but I kind of like it soupy like this. So I'm going to